Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, happy Sunday.
Yay, we made it. It's Sunday.
We made it. We both barely made it, but we made it.
We're hanging on. We're hanging on. So, welcome back to Epcot Mom. We're here. Sorry for not being here last weekend, but everybody is sick. And it's been one after another. So
I think you sent it all the way from your house to my house, and I caught it.
Yeah, it's that time of year, the greatest time of year. Actually, we went to the doctor this week, and the doctor informed us that the average child that is in elementary school or below gets sick 10 times a year with a respiratory illness. And I did not know that. That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
That seems like excessive.
It does seem excessive. I mean, we struggle with it around our house this time of year. So this time and then like February and March. It's always,
it seems like that week after Christmas too. It's like everybody got together for Christmas. Now you can all be sick. You're welcome.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I feel like I'm crooked here. Hold on. There we go. I'm not crooked any longer.
There you go. All right. Well, so we have some things to talk about.
We do.
We have Jollywood Nights kicked off. Yes. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party kicked off. Just the holidays in general. Everything at Disney Springs is happening. All the fun stuff. All the trees. I saw Allie uploaded to the Facebook group, like all the trees at Disney Springs. I have never been to Disney Springs at Christmas. I take that back. I met Santa, but we didn't really walk around.
Oh, okay. So back in a few years ago in the day, they would have like an actual section of
sorry, your laundry's done.
Just went off. Laundry's done. I didn't realize we had that there. So back in the day, they had like a section of Disney Springs, and they had all the trees in one section, and it was like a tree trail, like a path that you went through, but it was super crowded. And then Santa would be back there too. So it's all in one little area. Now it's like a scavenger hunt throughout all of Disney Springs, and each tree is themed to like a movie or a character or a ride, or I think there's even one themed to Disney Plus. And so you go around all of Disney Springs and find them, and it's more spread out, and I absolutely love it.
Okay, so maybe next time I'll pull up those pics that we got in the group and we can share some and we can look at them. So
super cute.
Yeah, it just looks really fun. Like, because I remember the one time I went to Disney Springs, it was still named Downtown Disney. So that's how long it's been.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And we met Santa, which was awesome. But like they had a tree, I remember. And there was a lot of construction. So because it was right in that time where like Disney Springs was happening, it just hadn't happened yet.
Right.
So
yes.
It's been a minute. I need to go. It's done.
It's coming. Hold on. Hold that thought. I don't usually do this, but hold on. Hold that thought. Let me go stop this before it keeps doing it.
All right. So while the other Epcot mom is getting the laundry, let's see. Disney Christmas merch is out. I'm loving the Christmas Crocs with the giant presents on the toes. Spirit jersey. There is a sweater Spirit jersey. I don't know if I'm going to get that. I feel like I might be too hot. Yeah. The Spirit jersey, the Christmas, the sweater one. I don't know. I've been looking, but I don't know.
A friend of ours was down there, and I was going to have her grab it for me, but she said it's more of an orangey red than a red. And
then I can't do it. I will just look like a pumpkin.
It's got to be like the right shade of red. Like it's,
yes.
I'm very particular. So I have to see it in person before I can order it.
Yeah. And I just feel like that's one of those items where I'm going to have to like follow instructions to wash it. So I feel like it's not going to happen for me. Because if you live at my house, we wash in room temp water and then we blast you in the dryer. There's no getting stuff out. There's no hanging. Like you dry in the dryer or you're not drying. Like that's it. So
that's funny.
that's why all my clothes, they start like an extra large and they end up like a large. Okay. Anyway, hello, Alyssa. Happy Sunday, girl. So anyway, let's get into some of these videos. But before we get into one, I have a little something that I wanted to share that kind of made me think of just, there's always that in every couple or friendship, there's like that Disney friend, like us, right? That's why we're friends.
Right.
And then there are your friends that like, Disney's okay, but you're still their friend, which we probably shouldn't be their friends, but you have friends that don't like Disney. And then you have
I have lots of friends that don't like Disney.
Like me, you have my husband who he likes Disney, but it's not like his favorite. Yeah. So I was watching Diz Unlimited. It used to be the Diz Unplugged. They changed the Diz Unlimited. And I came across a part in their vlog where I was like, if this doesn't signify like my husband and me driving home from a Christmas party, I don't know what does. So just picture like there's Rhino and Craig. Like when I saw their faces, I was like, I'm Rhino. My husband is Craig. This is us leaving a Christmas party. I know it is. So let me pull this up. It'll make sense when you see it. Here we go. And yes, check out their channel. They have great information, all the good things. Subscribe to them, watch them. Anyway, okay.
Feeling festive at Mickey's.
Yes, they did a whole vlog. They did the whole party. But this moment just screamed like...
Oh, is this Tomorrowland Speedway? Okay.
Yes. Like this is me and my husband leaving the party when I told him I wanted that bucket. And he was like, ma'am, you don't need that bucket. Like, just picture that.
Okay.
We're driving home from the party. I got my bucket. And he's just thinking about, why did I marry this woman? But I got that bucket.
I got the bucket. That is like the largest popcorn bucket they've ever done.
It is. I died. I just saw this and I was like, that is me. That is my husband. And he knows damn well I didn't need that bucket. And I know it too, but guess what? I got that Mickey popcorn bucket.
It is so huge.
It is.
Oh, his poor facial expressions. He looks
this
so
shot
unhappy.
Just killed me. It just took me out. I was like, this is so memeable. Somebody needs to make a meme. Like, we need to call them and be like, hey, y'all are missing out. That's a meme. That should have been the cover of the video, like the thumbnail.
That should be the thumbnail. That's hilarious.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but
I always have to take an extra suitcase at Christmas time because of all the stuff I end up bringing home.
Exactly. And Halloween's the same for me. I sent you a picture of all the minis we have. I've been buying minis, and we were cleaning out the basement, and I was like, I was cleaning out tubs, going through stuff, and I pull this tub out and it says mini on it. And I'm like, what is this? Open the tub and I'm like, there's like 12 minis in here. And I already had like a ton upstairs. So I combined them and I'm like, that's where all these little guys went. Like, why? Why do I have this many? And this was one of them from 2020 Christmas party.
I feel like I'm that way with polka dot clothing now. I never used to wear polka dot clothing, but ever since like we started this whole thing going all the time and talking about it all the time and just becoming...
See, Alyssa gets it. Me and my boyfriend leaving Target, right? You did not need that Mickey popcorn nutcracker bucket, but you got it. Like, and he's with you. You left together.
Hilarious.
That's all that counts.
I love it. I have nobody to pass judgment on me. If I want to buy all the popcorn buckets,
you have 2 buckets.
I buy all the popcorn buckets, and nobody says a word to me about it. It's up to me to figure out how to get it on the plane, and that's it.
Exactly.
I mean, I told you about the time I bought a suitcase and had it delivered, like Amazon myself an extra suitcase to the hotel so that I could get all the princess dresses home for my nieces.
Amen.
That I bought. Amen. I mean, I bought them I want to say I bought them. There's two of them, so I bought them each every single princess dress. It was
Holy
during
cow.
like when COVID first started opening back up, and they had all the princess dresses buy one get one free. And so
Ooh,
I bought them all. Like I bought them all of them, every single one. And
that's amazing.
yeah, and so then I didn't have a way to get home, so I ordered myself a suitcase through Amazon, got the suitcase home, and then sent the suitcase back.
Nice. That's a boss move right there. That's a boss move. Also bargain shopper.
Oops.
Amazing. Okay,
It
so
worked.
let's talk about Jollywood Nights, okay? I'm gonna let
It's
you
gotta
lead the
be
way.
talked about. It's gotta be talked about.
Yep.
So well,
Go
you
ahead.
and I talked about it a little bit when it was first announced, and we're both super excited. This is right up my alley. I love a good theme. I love a reason to get dressed up, to have a theme, to go to a party, to feel festive. I'm all about being extra, especially in Disney. And so this was right up I was so excited for this one. And then the announcements started coming out, giving more and more details. And first, it was the pricing, and it's more expensive than Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which again, not a big deal. If it's super special, I'm willing to pay the increased price, like the after hours party. But the after hours party is truly an after hours event, and then you get unlimited popcorn, sodas, ice cream treats, something extra on top of it all.
Yeah.
And then there'll be all these extra stuff. So that started trickling out. And then the information on the like snacks and that kind of stuff started trickling out, started realizing there's nothing included in this party. You're
Yeah.
going to pay your entrance fee. And then if you want any of the food accompaniments, that's going to be extra. And then they said that there was going to be like a jazz club at Hollywood Brown Derby. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I was super,
Yeah,
like, I
that
had
sounds
outfits
awesome.
picked up. I was so excited to go do this thing. And then they were like, that's going to be extra too. And they weren't giving any information on how you were going to get into it.
Yeah.
And they announced there was going to be a bar at Tower of Terror, which, I was just so excited. Give
That
me
sounds
like
fun.
a Christmas theme. Like in my head, I'm like, I need to be Christmas themed 1920s, like 1930s. Like I got to figure out this outfit and I've got to go. So I had it all worked out. And then they started announcing like there's going to be some shows, and I'm like, cool, entertainment. But the more information that came out, more and more, I was like, doesn't sound like there's going to be a lot included. The entertainment, the shows were cool looking. They said there was going to be a Muppets themed one and a Jack Skellington sing along. Both of those looked awesome. And of course, there's going to be special character greets. That looked awesome. But it just, for me, weighing the pros and cons on paper, it just didn't seem like the expense was going to match what was being offered.
Yeah.
And so the first one was last night. And so, we were waiting on pins and needles for some of these reviews to come out. And our assumptions were correct. I'm so glad we didn't spend that money to jump on a plane and fly halfway across the country just to go to this event.
Exactly.
And outfits and all that stuff, because the general consensus is what was available was cool. The shows were really neat to see. The Jack Skellington sing-along was super fun. They had Oogie Boogie. They had the Jack puppet out. That was super cool. The Muppet show was lightly Muppet. It wasn't a whole lot of Muppets. It was just Kermit and Miss Piggy. And so it was pretty basic. And then after that, there was some character meets and then some bars, which, okay, a bar, but you're going to go and get a drink and you're going to watch the live entertainment, the people singing, and spend 15, 20 minutes there. Cool. But then what are you going to do next? And so also they have that dining experience at the Hollywood Brown Derby. There was almost no information put out ahead of time. So people were kind of confused on how it all worked when they got there. And from the videos that I was watching, you had to be in the park early at 8:15, and this was not announced ahead of time. And then you could join a wait list or like a virtual queue to get a seating at the restaurant. So people were doing that. The only problem is, like, one person said your return time was pretty limited. And say you were across the park meeting a character that had a 90-minute wait time and your time came up to go to the restaurant, you had to leave the line to go to the restaurant because they were not holding your space. It was there. And then they said what they got in, like the decorations were limited to one strand of garland over a piano. Very basic, like one
Nice.
section of the restaurant was decorated, just
Okay.
one tiny section where the live entertainment was. And that was it. Some guy playing Disney and Christmas music, and that was your entertainment. Like,
Wow.
the food did look good. Looked like they had some good food options, but that was it. Like, it was,
I don't know.
it was pretty disappointing.
I'm glad we didn't go. I feel like let them work the bugs out and see what works and doesn't work this year. And if they return with it next year.
I think next year it'll be spectacular. I think Disney's got to invest in some more, just some more. Like, not anything specific, but it sounds like they oversold the tickets. Lines were really long for everything. There wasn't a whole lot of pre-information out about how things were going to work. If they're going to do shows, you need to have more shows to pull the people in so that the lines to meet characters ebb and flow. So people can do more and plan it out more. It just,
and can we have like special characters specific to the party?
Right.
I don't want to meet Powerline every time.
It was Powerline, and then Phineas and Ferb, and of course Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and all them were there. Like, that's all cool, but like, I
want Mickey and Minnie and all their friends in their like holiday outfits, which that was given. Don't care about Powerline. You can see him during the actual party or during the day at the park.
Right.
Phineas and Ferb, I know we talked about this. Like, are they even on TV anymore? Do kids even know who they are?
Yeah, right. I
mean, why not like maybe a little Muppet meet and greet area? Like Jack and Sally, they always pull people no matter what party they're at. Why not some people, like they always have the street characters, out
the street
singing. Why not? Yes.
Should have been out.
Why not some of them in some of the photo ops?
I thought like Tiana should have been there for a meet and greet in her, jazz ensemble, because that's what
she could have been there.
And so I think
Boogie, why not?
There definitely could have been more into it, and there needs to have an inclusion. I know, like, people are going to say, well, your popcorn and your sodas aren't worth much, but for me, like, it's got to be something. Like,
there has to be something. There has to be. And then you talked about T-shirt. Like, there's just one T-shirt for the merch, which we've kind of learned our lesson with Disney over the past few years is like the merchandise has been super saturated, and then you have to fight against Disney shoppers and online sellers, and there's this whole thing. But at the same time, like when you're buying a ticket for an exclusive party, that's where you need the merch, because like Christmas merch, those shoppers and people, that you don't want to saturate that, because anybody can get that stuff. But when you get those party exclusives, if you offer a hat, a shirt, a sweatshirt, people are going to buy all that stuff because they know that's the only time they can get it. There's a limit per person. And, I think that's where they need to put more of their time into merch, is like the party exclusives.
So this specific person that I watched this morning had one of her complaints was that they went to go get the merch, and there was one T-shirt that said Jollywood Nights that was available. And luckily her friend had purchased it earlier in the night because it sold out. But the kicker is they were only allowing one per person to be purchased. So I can't understand how they sold out if you could only buy one, and then
you knew how many tickets were sold.
How did you not have enough for every single ticket that sold? Weird. People must have been going through the lines multiple times, I guess. I have no idea. But that's just not Disney needs to do better on this one.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up this channel that you talked about, Magical Hijinks. She went to the party, and she had some good
this morning. She did. So if you go to looks like about 2309, these are the photo ops. And I did think like this part in particular, I thought was a really, really cool option. And I hope they bring it back. Like I think this was one of the good that Disney did at this event.
Okay, so
Go to 23. Here you go,
All right,
right
I'll
there.
go right. Yep, I'll go right to 23 and we'll start from there.
There you go.
All right, and so this was the photo ops, right?
Recordings
Yep.
just got better.
Commercial.
Commercial, of course.
Announced that local recording.
Here we go.
Our next activity are photo opportunities, and there's an insanely cool one inside the theater where the Disney Junior Dance Party normally plays in Animation Courtyard. So it's like when you watch the Oscars and they do that slow-mo thing on the red carpet. That's an amazing opportunity. I can't wait for this.
See, this looks amazing.
Yeah, I love her dress too.
Yeah.
Great outfit.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, dress up to the nines, go for it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
The next one that I wanted to show was the lines that she showed. Just go ahead and hit play, and if you want to mute it, it's just
The next
right.
activity you can do are character.
We're going to skip through this character things. Again, something else you can buy. Here, let's pay $35 for an ornament at a party I've already paid $180 to get into.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Here we're showing the line that is
The
to buy the
snacks.
snacks for a cookie.
Ooh, I love that cookie though.
The cookie's cute, but the
That's
lines,
cute.
Yeah, the lines are crazy.
That's what gets me with these parties is you're buying the opportunity to like do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do, but instead we're just waiting in lines, which I can do every day.
You're
at
buying
Disney.
the opportunity to buy more things is what you did with this movie.
And buy more things and wait, you know?
So disappointing with this one. I
love
just
that
hope that Disney, there you go. There's the shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to get to once I click the right button. There we go. There's the shirt. It's a cute shirt though. I like it.
It's a cute shirt. Cute shirt. Like
Yeah,
I would have liked
nice.
it, but I would have been disappointed if it was one per person and then we couldn't get into it.
Yeah. So the title of this video, Complete Guide and Honest Reaction to Disney's Jollywood Nights 2023 by Magical Hijinks. Let me grab her link and I will put it in the chat if anybody wants to go watch it. It's a very new video, so go give her a watch. I'll put it in the chat.
Definitely. I would say this was a really good and it was an honest reaction. Like I really appreciated her honest review in the entire thing. She showed what was good and she gave her opinion on what she thought could have been better.
For sure.
And like you were saying, it's brand new. I mean, this was just last night. So we're just trying to find new reactions.
Exactly. And I went and ahead and gave her video a like. I'm going to hit subscribe so we can pay attention to more of her stuff. Because when I was skimming the video, it looks like she gives some really good footage and just good info.
Yes. I know. I just found her this morning. I think she's good. I like her.
Yeah. And it's, Disney is with creators is so saturated. There are, and it seems like everybody's starting a podcast now. Since we started doing this, like I've seen so many of like the Disney like couples and the Disney vloggers. Now they're doing podcasts, which we knew this was coming, like long form content. It used to be all about like short form content, digestible little things. And now it seems like it's either the micro short content, like, TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever, or it's the long form hour plus podcast. Like there's like no in between anymore. No. The YouTube landscape is changing and hopefully we can be a part of that. So,
I mean, life is about change and we're going to roll with it and see if we can find our place in it.
Yep. And hopefully in the next couple years, this works out. We might be down there, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disney people. Nice. That would be. All right. I have the other video sent me the top 5 experiences at Disney Jollywood Nights. Do you want to take a look at that?
Yeah, I thought this one would be good to watch because this is the official video. Like, and it came out probably about an hour ago.
Okay.
So I thought that this was a good, like, here's Disney going to show what they did and what they think they did right.
Yeah. Okay. And this is from Disney, so I don't feel bad watching it.
Right. Exactly. This is Disney's own content.
Exactly. All right, let's do it. Top 5 experiences at Disney's Jollywood Nights.
I got to check out the brand new Disney Jollywood Nights, and it definitely got me in the festive spirit.
Ooh, I like that
It's
tree.
a nighttime holiday party at Disney's Hollywood Studios with so much to do. I met my favorite Disney friends, tried some of the exclusive food and drinks, and there are so many new fun shows and special entertainment. Come along with me as we check out the top 5 experiences at Jollywood Nights. Number 5, the Nightmare Before Christmas Sing-Along. What's this, you ask? It's a sing-along show at the Hyperion Theater that follows 2 fans as they go on a dreamlike adventure through their favorite film, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. You get to see Jack Skellington.
Okay, so right off the bat, this is giving me the Frozen at the show they have there, sing along.
That's exactly where it is. It's
Okay.
in the Hyperion. I can't.
That's
say
what I
that
thought
word.
at the Hyperion. Yeah, theater.
Yes. And they
Nice.
redecorated it for Jack Skellington. It's, from what we saw in the videos, looks pretty cool.
Then I have a feeling that's gonna be great because that sing along, like, okay, if you've never been to the Frozen sing along, you have to do it, even if you're not a Frozen fan, because you will start off like, oh my gosh, I'm in a sing along, help me, Lord. And then once they start blasting that music and you hear all the kids singing and the snow's falling and you're trying to find Elsa, like, you have to. And the people that do it, like the guy and the girl that are supposed to be the historians, they're hilarious. And the jokes are not the same every time. They change every time.
And there is some
so good.
Some adult jokes that go over the kids' heads. That go on. So, like, if you're with a Disney fan, it is absolute pure magic to watch them in their element of singing the Frozen music and looking for Elsa, like you said, and loving every minute of it. But then it's also kind of hilarious to watch, like, the jokes come out that go over the kids' heads, and it's good. It's good. It's really good.
See, and that's where Disney shines. So, like, see, that Disney knows what they're doing on some of these things. So, like, they were right. Jack Skellington, one of the most popular, like, nostalgic things for Christmas/Halloween. Put that where Frozen's been super successful. So I love that aspect.
Right. Yes, I think that this was a good, like, they needed more. They needed probably 2 more shows of this aspect to suck people in.
Yeah. All right.
Boogie Boogie and sing out loud. I mean, what could be better than that? Number 4, Mickey Mouse and his friends. They were all working on a new
They've all got
film,
new
and now they're done for
outfits.
the day. So they're ready
I love the
for
dots.
a festive photo with all of us. Number 3, Holiday Fiesta in La Calle. Over on Commissary Lane, there's a lively Latin street fair.
Nobody reviewed this.
It's fun, and the music will get you moving.
None of the videos that I watched
2,
this morning had
Disney
that.
Holidays in Hollywood. This is a new stage.
I didn't see that either. Like,
nobody.
I didn't watch a lot of videos, but I was like scrolling through, and I didn't see anything about.
I watched 3 or 4 this morning looking for reviews on this, and I didn't see anything about that section. So people must have just bypassed it, or but the next one that's coming up is the Muppets show, and it's very lightly Muppeted.
Just dabbles of Muppets.
We'll get you moving. Number 2, Disney Holidays in Hollywood. This is a new stage show at the Theater of the Stars. It's got the glitz.
So where the Beauty and the Beast show is.
Hollywood television specials.
I thought so.
Twist of Disney holiday magic. This show has it all. Singers, dancers, musicians, and tons of star-studded special appearances.
Ooh, Belle.
Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. You can't miss this show. It's a jolly good time.
I was just going to say, when we were talking about the Frozen one, I was like, why don't we have Belle doing a show in her stage? Well, she is. Okay.
There you go. Well, okay, so here's a thought. Where is the Toy Story area in all of this? Did they not utilize the fact that it's there and is already lit up with Christmas light bulbs across it?
Yeah. And it's like they have like a Christmas short too already done where they could, Bonnie goes to Hawaii, we all stay here in the snow. Like, yeah, they have that. And then there's also Party Source Rex, like that theme they have. Like they have that going. Why not do
They
that?
absolutely could have done a Partysaurus Rex thing
Yeah, they
back
could have
there
like a
with
DJ
Mr. and
back
Mrs.
there.
Potato Head and
Yes.
some cool character meets back there.
Yes. And then like, okay, Star Wars. Why can't we have Star Wars? What does Christmas look like in a galaxy far, far away?
So I was confused about that because they did make an announcement they were going to do virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance. So it was open. They had it, but they didn't utilize the space for the party at all.
Huh.
Everything was based more in the front area of the park.
Okay. Which I understand. I get it. Like, a lot of people have said that, like, they don't celebrate Christmas but then if you look at, like, I know this has nothing to do with Star Wars, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, that's not based in like Earth, or I mean, there's Earth people, but they did a Christmas special.
Right.
So
I'm just saying, like, put up
one.
some cool photo backdrops back there and have a couple of character meet and greets that you don't normally have, and that way it would draw some of the people back there and maybe reduce some of the lines that was going on in other places.
It doesn't even have to be Christmas. Just put a few characters back there that, like you said, you don't normally meet.
Right.
It'll draw people out of the front of the park and spread people out.
Or do a little stage show. You know how they used to do the stage show over by Star Tours with the stormtroopers and
oh yeah.
They could have done something like that and pulled people over there.
Yep, they could have. That would have been cool. And there would have been a lot of people that would have done that. I mean,
yep. I think this is.
Go
ahead.
The #1 can't miss at Jollywood Nights. The return of the nighttime spectacular Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Ooh.
With amazing projections and fireworks.
I've seen this before on a regular night.
Like elves from Disney's Pepin Landing as they search for Santa.
You know what?
Something extra.
Jingle Bell, Jingle, whatever. Seen it. Cool. You made it snow. I want Osborne Festival of Lights back. I don't care about a jingle. What's a Jingle Bell, Jingle Jam? I want the Festival of Lights.
I just was thinking, like, you have this part up right now. Why couldn't they do a version of the Osborne Lights down Sunset Boulevard with all those streets? Like, they could do something along that. You're right.
Yes,
but
it doesn't have to be as big as Osborne was, but like something. Put some lights up, baby.
I just feel like this was such a miss. Like, it had so much potential to be something amazing, and they missed the bar on this one in every single aspect of it, except for sorry, my eye itches. Except for the photo op. I feel like that was
I feel like when people go to a party, they want to do things you can't do other nights. And yes, I understand eating at the Brown Derby, seeing these shows, all those things are things you can't do. But like, I hate to be this way, but people want to show off what they did. So they want photo ops. They want characters. They want, look at me, look what I did, look at me doing what I did. And this is just one of those things where this is more of a like, okay, we're having a party at Hollywood Studios. We're loaded. We can rent the park. Entertain us while we're here.
So the price point on this, I know we kind of glazed over it earlier at the beginning of the show. It was $180 a person to get in, I believe.
I better get that dinosaur cookie for free. I better get two dinosaur cookies for free for $180.
And I don't feel like the marketing was done well. This should have been an adults only event. It would have been a perfect date night, girls' night, guys' night, like hanging out with your friends, singing. It's like the sing-along should have had some Christmas carols going in on it. Like a faux New Year's Eve ball drop type thing. Like this should have been, and there should have been free popcorn and ice cream and soda with it for $180 a person per night. There should have been, you should have been able to make dining reservations at Hollywood Brown Derby. You should have been it should have been decorated to the nines inside of that restaurant. Like,
it's Jollywood Nights. Like, it's supposed to be like glitz and glamour of Hollywood at Christmas.
Yeah. They really missed the mark on this one.
I feel like, okay, so Hollywood Studios, I feel like this could be better next year.
Yep.
And I know Epcot already has like Festival of the Holidays during the day. Which is great because you don't have to like get a ticket. It's just the park.
Right.
We need an after hours event, a hard ticket event at Epcot. And then I want to see the Christmas at each country. I want to see the singing group from America singing around, Christmas caroling all around. Like there could be so much at Epcot.
Right.
I wish they would have not done Hollywood Studios and just done Epcot, because I feel like Epcot has so much potential to have an awesome Christmas thing. I mean, you already have all the carts there. I mean, you have so much stuff. Like you could have like each country's Christmas snack. I mean, I don't know.
Hollywood Studios just doesn't have the space for it, but
and it's a poor layout. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm agreeing. Like it's
the space that it does have. Like the theming of Jollywood was supposed to be like the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, 1920s through 1940s, which gave people like me who like an opportunity to dress up and Disney bound and costume it up.
Yeah.
It definitely gave that opportunity to us, but they didn't come through on their end with, like you said, like, I want to be able to take photos and show off that I'm dressed up in this amazing space.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this screams smaller party, because part of the glitz and glamour of Hollywood is being important, being that guest star, you know, being celebrated. And it doesn't, like, the glitz and glamour of Hollywood and all this dressing up doesn't scream mass crowds and 90-minute waits.
Right. Exactly.
Like, that's not glamorous. So for me, this, like you said, adult only party, limit the tickets, have it that way. Go over to Epcot and have like Christmas around the whole world, baby. And then kids can be there, like just mass Christmas chaos, right?
Yeah.
That would be fun. They've got the room for it. There's already that theme there. Now let's extend on it.
You and I are all about an adults only, but I don't care what park you put it in. Give me an adults only park. I will go to Animal Kingdom if it's an adults only party.
Yes, I will. I will dress in a polar bear costume. I don't give a single. I will go.
Disney, the people are screaming at you that they want an adults only event. If you're going to have places that have, themed bars and that kind of stuff, then bring in the adults only and do it upright. Don't do this half party right like this.
Yes, I totally agree. I think Disney, like, the term Disney adult it's a thing. Like, we need an adult only something. Mm-hmm. Like, can we go to a whole ass park with no kids? Would that be too much to ask?
That one of the nights for Hollywood Horror Nights over at Universal was adult only. Like, they were able to pull that off over there. So if they can pull it off over there, why can't Disney do it?
Absolutely. And if I hear one person say Disney's for kids, yes, it's for kids, but Walt's whole point was to remain a kid at heart. And sometimes, like, it's not that we don't like kids. We just want something to do without them,
I love taking my kids to Disney. I do it at least once a year. I'm always thinking about the next time. I love giving them that opportunity. My kids have been to Disney more times. Like, I only went to Disney once as a kid. I went to Magic Kingdom one time as a kid. My kids have been almost every single year of their lives. They definitely get the opportunity, and they are grateful for it. I have really good kids. They're grateful that they get to go. But there is nothing wrong with having adult theming party.
Exactly. Well, I think we've pretty much summed up Jollywood Nights. We've determined that this was not our year. Next year is our year. We've also determined that we need an adults only trip or party or something. And I still need that Mickey popcorn bucket.
So I do have some unfortunate news to share. I am not going to be able to do my December trip. I know. Mom's got to have surgery, and we always say family comes first. So we have to take care of our parents. They take care of us.
Exactly.
So that's not going to happen for me this year, but next year.
Yeah. And I'll be there with you, hopefully. So, we'll make it happen. All right. So I think that's going to be it for today. I mean, I'm excited for Christmas. It's going to have to wait for me until next year, but it will still be there. And hopefully there will be an adults only party.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. I will see you next time. We'll both see you next time.
Bye.